Well, hello there, everyone. It's Gerda here from Private Practice Success and coming to you from a very drizzly Brisbane on this Mother's Day. So, of course, first things first, to every person out there that is a mum to be, doesn't matter in what shape or capacity you are associating or aligning yourself with a mum, being a mother, or motherhood in general. I hope you had an amazing day, and I hope you were spoiled and that it was everything you wanted it to be. For me, I told my husband, I just want a lazy day. I just want to do nothing, basically. So my day started as per usual, coffee in bed, gifts from the kids and cards and that type of stuff. And then I just took it easy. It was for me just about not going anywhere, staying home, and just being lazy. And that is the best Mother's Day gift anybody can give me. Hi Fern, thanks for joining. I hope you had a good Mother's Day. Alright, so the title for today, and today is vlog number 51, can you believe it? Can't believe it's going so quickly, is really taking control of your inner voice. Now, if you reflect on what happens sometimes in your mind, the way that we talk to ourselves, that little voice in your head that often judges yourself and other people. If you've identified that you've got a critical voice, press like right now, even if it's when you're watching the recording, so that you can really acknowledge that this happens for you as well. I must say, a lot of people that I've seen over the years as a clinical psychologist have that voice. Me, myself, have that voice. And of course, the first thing that helps you to take control of that critical voice is to become aware of it. Awareness precedes change. You can't change anything if you're not aware of something. And, in most instances, that critical voice is not helpful at all. That critical voice generally tells us all the rules and regulations and makes us feel that we're not meeting it, gives us expectations, and it generally makes you either feel very guilty or not good enough. So most people don't really like to engage with that critical voice, but that critical voice is so powerful, and sometimes it can be deafening in terms of how strong it is in your mind. So I wanted to share with you a little hack that you can use to take control of that critical voice. Now, this is not my hack. I'm going to give full credit to Michelle. So one of my Private Practice Success community members has this hack that she teaches in courses that she runs. And the hack, she actually has 5 steps to doing this. But the one that I really love, because the one that really gets to this critical voice, which can be so debilitating, is the critical voice. And that hack is to be a coach, not a critic. All right? To be a coach and not a critic. So if you think about it, that critical voice, it's being a critic. It's criticizing you, people around you, your kids, your workplace, the government, whomever. And really what you want to do is go, okay, I'm aware that you're there. I know this is what you're doing, but let's start acting like a coach instead of a critic. So we're not trying to completely get rid of it, because to be honest, even as a clinical psych, I can tell you that's really hard to do, because it comes from childhood. There's long-standing values, beliefs, and learnings and modeling and behavior that comes into it. So what you want to do is really just shift that way of thinking, and this is a much more achievable way to take control of it. So instead of allowing that voice to be a critical voice or a critic, you want to get that voice to start acting in a more helpful manner, which is being a coach. So if you think about a coach, so a lot of the work that I do these days in my private practice success work is that I coach, and of course I mentor other practice owners to achieve their own 7-figure private practice. I also coach and mentor other solo practitioners that want to expand, or even clinicians that want to start their practice for the very first time. And a lot of times, especially when I'm speaking to group practice owners, they've made a lot of mistakes, you know, and I can either be a critic when I'm talking to them and engaging with them, or I can be a coach. Now, they probably wouldn't like working with me if I'm going to be a critic the whole time. You know, you can only take so much criticism, and that includes me as well. So the way to be helpful is to be a coach, to say, okay, this is what you've been doing, that's not working, let's look at another way of doing it. So I really want to encourage you to remember this phrase: be a coach, not a critic. Since I looked at Michelle's Mind Matters program that she's running, it's really stuck with me, and I've taken it literally in all areas of my life, in terms of how I look at myself, how I look and talk to my husband, to my kids, to my team, to business contacts and business people doing work for me. You know, sometimes I might work with a business and they make a mistake. Everybody makes a mistake, you know, so I can either hop on the phone and really be upset and cranky and telling them how incompetent they are, or I can be a coach, all right, and really work with them to try and rectify the situation. And also using it with my team, as I said, and with my clients as well. So it's all about being a coach and not a critic. And I think if you can master that skill, it's going to make such an amazing difference to your life, to the way that you feel, to the way that people around you feel, to the way that they're going to react and respond back to you. So I highly recommend it. Be a coach, not a critic. Write it up somewhere that you can see it every day. And if you are interested in learning more about Michelle's course, what I will do, I'll put a link in it in the comment section below. Michelle, by the way, is a psychologist in Sydney. Her practice is called Associated Psychology Practice. She does amazing work. This is really her area of expertise. The program is called Mind Matters, and it is a very affordable program to take part in, and the results and outcomes that you're going to get is just going to be amazing. So please consider, have a look around, and if you know you've got any more thoughts or comments on this topic, as always, pop it down below and I will come back and answer those for you. So today's vlog is a bit shorter, I suspect, than normal, but I know most of you are out there spending time with your families. You know, it's Sunday afternoon, getting ready for the week ahead. I hope you have an amazing Sunday night, an awesome week, and remember, as always, all you need to do is say yes to your very own Level 5 private practice, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.